We as human beings have one very bad habit perhaps that all of us are born with. Yes, I know, you are all scratching your heads thinking what this habit is? We are all born with the trait of being judgmental towards others. More often than not we jump to conclusions that people are this type or that type. We perhaps can be too quick to judge people based on how they look. But truth be known, all that is golden does not glitter, beauty is only skin deep. The story you are about to read below carries an important message that many of us could do with taking on board. It will teach you to not just view people by their appearance but to look beyond appearances and to the person that lies within the human being. So I would hope you take something away from this story and love our fellow human beings for who they really are no matter how they may appear on the outside. The story begins with a man taking a flight to Hong Kong and Tokyo. After taking his window seat he is disturbed by an overweight woman trying to squeeze in next to him. To him his worst nightmare had just unfolded before his very eyes. "Hi. How are you?" The woman smiled as she took the seat beside me. She had to lower herself slowly, squeezing her ample bottom into the seat, filling all available space. Positioning herself comfortably, she plopped her enormous arm on our common armrest. Her immensity saturated the space around us, shrinking me and my seat into insignificance. I cringed and reclined towards the window. She leaned towards me and repeated her greeting in an upbeat, friendly voice. Her face towered above my head, forcing me to turn to look at her. "Hi," I replied with obvious loathing. I turned away to stare out the cabin window, sulking silently about the long hours of discomfort I was going to experience with this monster beside me. She nudged me with her meaty arm. "My name is Laura. I'm from Britain. How about you? Japan? Malaysia?" I barked. "I'm so sorry. Will you accept my heartfelt apology? Come, shake my hand. If we're going to spend 6 hours side by side on this flight, we'd better be friends, don't you think?" A palm waved in front of my face. I shook the hand reluctantly, still silent. Laura started a conversation with me, taking no notice of my unfriendly reactions. She talked excitedly about herself and her trip to Hong Kong to see her friends. She rattled off a list of things she was going to buy for her students in the boarding school where she was teaching. I gave her one-word answers to her questions about me. Unperturbed by my coldness, she nodded as she made appreciative comments to my answers. Her voice was warm and caring. She was considerate and obliging when we were served drinks and meals, making sure that I had room to maneuver in my seat. "I don't want to clobber you with my elephant's eyes," she said with utmost sincerity. To my surprise, her face, which repulsed me hours before, now opened into extraordinary smiles, lively and calm at the same time. I couldn't help but let down my guard slowly.